Okay, hopefully people can hear me and the music isn't too loud. Alright, I guess I'm ready to go here. Let me do this. I think I'm good. Alright, I had to fix the bitrate again. Okay, my face looks very glowy from the screen. You can see it. Alright, anyhow, let me bring this up. Move these clothes. Girlfriend left her clothes right there. I'm just going to toss them on my bed. Okay, so now back to what we were doing. I was working on this shield. I need to have two screens. Okay, hold on, I gotta bring up my chat here. Can you guys hear me? What? Just in case the music's too loud. Let's go down just a hair. I think I'm alright, but we'll pull it down a hair just in case. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, now back to where we were. So we were making this shield, and I had already, when I first came, did the I don't know why it keeps telling me my bitrate is. Doesn't make sense. Alright, anyhow. Literally have it set to 6,000. But anyhow, I was working on this shield and I was getting it shaded right now. That's what we're doing. So, and I'm trying the new vertical stream to see if you guys like this better or if I should just stick with a horizontal stream. But anyhow, got the shield, and this was a shield I picked out of a ton of them I drew on one of the last streams. I drew a bunch of them, but this I thought was best suited, so we're gonna go with this one. Alright, so basically what I'm doing is I'm designing an equipment piece for my trading card game, and that's exactly what's happening here. Is I'm designing the shield for the trading card game. Make sure I'm not turning too far out of the camera either, because I have this pad here that I'm drawing on. So let's get our pen, and that is ginormous. I'm gonna bring it down in the maybe the 20s. We'll go with that. Alright, so I need to get back on the color layer. Not even the color layer, really, it's the hue and saturation layer, because I'm using that as a shading layer. So make sure it should be on the right part here. I took some of the inked lines out. Basically, I'm not sure. I might actually, I might keep the shadow there and actually lighten this up right here. Can't tell if that is lightening it up. I think it is. My resolution, I guess I shouldn't say resolution, I should say the screen color on my drawing monitor is definitely different than, you know, what's on my monitor. I think that's going to be too much. I'm going to bring this out so I can just come in and kind of give it a little more blend, the airbrush. I definitely see it though now. Definitely see that there on that wood piece. Whoopsie. we're gonna do this. Just get it all shaded up here. Try to blend this the best. What I think is gonna look best. And that looks alright, but definitely gonna have to take some of this bottom line out. I'm gonna keep a shadow there as soon as I get most of this blended out. Okay, so now what I need to do is I think I want to kind of a little bit of light hit there. And this we're gonna try to bring back. Let me zoom in on this section so I can get a better look. Oh, wrong one. I have to go white on this hue and saturation layer. So, working on some shadows here. So we're gonna go with that. I mean, I kind of like that. So, take this back. I'm gonna try to go in here. Try something like that. Bring this way down. So I'm gonna come up in this corner right here. Just hit this top ledge, get rid of some of this. And take some of this out. Alright. Like what I got going so far. Not too shabby. I don't know why it keeps saying my bitrate. I don't know what's going on there. I know it's not right. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm just gonna stick with what I got here. Something else here. Okay. Alright, so we got this, oh, whoops, gotta go back, made a mistake. So, I don't know if I could have made this darker. I'm gonna come in with some whites. So to give it a nice little highlight, but I think I can see it now, that lighter brown sticking out. I mean, I can always try to I don't know if I necessarily need to bring that down though. We can see how it looks. We'll just keep going. Kind of weigh it out, see how it looks in a second. So we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna keep the little darker line here before I started to, which I think it's still there. I think it's still there. All right, let's go flip this again, and oh man, I just noticed this right here. Oh, that's because that's right. I did take a little bit of that line off, but this is going to be lifted from the shield itself because it sits up higher. So I'm going to want more of a shadow around this piece, and I'm gonna take this back right here. We're just kind of gonna bring this color back a little bit for the shadow, and we're just slowly, I don't want to go too much off the that edge, because I want it to sit up. Might blend this back right here. Just gonna do this because I'm not gonna worry too much about that. We're gonna make this kind of one piece that has that blend going, because I don't want actually that to show a ton on that part. This is what I got, so let's get this down. This going. I think I'm gonna keep this maybe right there, but maybe let's see what happens. Let's go a little bit of light right down on this bottom part. But I'm gonna blend this slightly in here. And we're going to take this, kind of blend it back with a little more shadow on that purposeful little part right there. And we're going to just kind of round this off in here. I think that does work a little more. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I want to make this a little darker though. Let's try going a tad bit darker, I think, with it. Right there, I think looks good. We just want to slightly blend this out back. All right, so keep that shadow. We're just gonna come in here. I'm gonna actually bring this like right here, and I'm just gonna turn this around the corner there, and we're gonna come across just like this. Take like a square section out of here. Take some of this out. Take this out. Come up here. Boom. And then I think I want to blend this a little more right here. So let's just kind of blend this right here a little more. Because I don't want it to be too dark, but I want to start lightening this up, you know? So you're going to lighten this up. Just kind of lighten it up a little more. try that. That's a little better. That don't look bad at all. Alright. So let's lighten this up right here. It's going to get lighter. But I'm going to keep that edge around there so that way it kind of wraps over to it. So now I think I can make it light. Maybe not right there. Because I do see that there's going to have to be a little bit of light coming into here. So maybe there will be light that wraps around down right here. Off to my edge there. And I'm going to let that shadow kind of sit. I'm going to take this out actually because I don't know if I necessarily need the shadow right there. Because I think that light's going to hit right kind of in there. We're going to just like slowly blend this. So let's see. Whoop, I might hit too far around there, but basically we do have this light source wrapping into this bend here. And it's probably going to come out here. And I know it's going to wrap up in here more. It's probably going to wrap down. And I'm probably going to see this shadow come. Like how it's under there, it's probably going to stay under there. That's probably what we're going to see happen right now. So I think this part is definitely going to get more of a blend right here. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about how this line hits because I think it looks pretty good. We got these. Just kind of blend this up a little more. Boom, boom. Got our line here. And come in here. Just keep blending this back. And it's looking pretty solid so far. Looks pretty good so far. See, it looks way different. I mean, like the brown on this one looks so clean, but on this screen it doesn't look as cool. I think it's just the different color that it has in itself. So I could stick with that. I think, and if you guys saw this on my drawing monitor, it looks so much better. The color itself does. It looks so much better. But it's fine. We'll go with what we got here. So okay. So I'm going to stick with this color I got here so far. Oh, well, that definitely ain't going to work because that's going to be blue in there. Yikes. Or purple. Okay. I think I'm back where I need to be. Alright, let's take some of this out. So we're going to take some of that out. Not all of it, but some of it. I mean, if that light's coming through, you're going to definitely see it hit up in here a little bit. For sure. It's definitely going to hit up in that spot. Probably not a ton, but it's probably going to hit up in there. I think it's probably going to wrap down here a little more. We'll just come up in here like this. Let's see, let me use my mouse a little bit to kind of take off that edge a little bit. I think this part I'm just going to kind of start to blend over here, that shadow. Let's see. Alright, so doesn't look terrible. Whoops. That's definitely not what I want. Right here. And not too bad. I like that so far. So I'm trying not to go too far down because I do want to keep, well, I'm going to actually take it down here. I don't think I have to worry about it being let's come back right here. Okay, I'm just gonna try to just lightly get that piece in. Just kind of slowly erase that shadow out, but not all the way. So now I'm right here. I think that there's going to be some, got this, we're going to keep that. I think this is going to be a light source right here. It's going to have some light. I think that is going to, we're going to do this. Right here. I'm going to bring this all the way back over here like this. Whoopsie. Oops. So we're going to bring some of this back, and it's starting to get where I want it to be. Slowly but surely. Okay, so we're getting some of that pushed back on the end there for the shadows. See something else. Okay. So. Sorry, I'm sharing this really quick because I forgot to do that. Whoops. last thing here. I have my phone up so I can see the chat too. So, let's see, where's it at? There it is. I forgot I put this up on X, so I'm not gonna know who's talking to me on X if I don't. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I don't think there is anybody on X, but we'll just check. Nobody yet. Okay, cool. Anyhow, back to where we were. So, we're working on the shield, so let's keep going at it. So it's really weird to look at how the shadows are in here because they do look strange in terms of how they look on my monitor versus how they look in that screen. So let's go here. I think that we can put some light here. We're just going to follow into the same one. I think I'm going to bring all this back. Gotta try to like blend this too. So we'll see. Alright, we'll go with something like that. You got it. Let's try to blend this up over here. Alright, cool. Liking that a little bit. And there's stuff that obviously I may or may not go change within here. And see, I think what's going to happen right here is there'll actually be some light that hits off the top of that. So I think I'm going to have to take this end, actually just kind of like have the light hit off the top of that the way I want it to, at least. I don't think there's going to be that much shadow off that back part, but we're going to do that. Okay. So I think that looks better. It kind of suits it more, right? So I'm going to go with that. So now, if my light is going to hit here, I think there's going to be more light off of this piece right here. A little bit of light off of that. Just a little bit. So there's going to be a little bit of light in that wood, right? Yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of light hitting this wood. Not a lot, but a little. And there's going to be a little bit of light in here. I'm gonna go with that and have the little light in there. And I think just for the sake of this, we're gonna just bring that light right here where the light's already hitting the S. Blend this up a little bit. Okay. Come in here, hit that edge up a little bit. So let's take this, do a little bit of blending here. So may or may not have too much light there. Oh, I don't want to blend into the S light that I have too much there. I'm going to kind of just go with that. We're going to go back here. I think I want to bring a little bit of light. Whoops. I think I got too much on that end. I think I want to take the light and come off back here. I don't know what this bead is, but I'm changing it. Keep forgetting it changes every time. I have it in there, but where's it at? It's right here. There. Okay. So we're back on the shield. This, we're just going to kind of bring it up. Come and touch it. We're going to touch that mark. We're going with that. And we're going to go with that. Sweet. I'm liking this now. This is coming together. Bring this up. Just a little bit of fade in there. Where it's not entirely that dark color. All right, now, how do I want to do this on this? I think I could go a little bit of light back down here. I think so. I think we're just going to hit this up with the light section. That's what we're going to do. Just going to hit this with the light and come back in here. Hit this with the light, come up here, blend this in. Don't got to press hard on that one. I think this part is obviously going to be a little lighter. Bring it up. Alright, cool. Getting there. Blend that up a little more. Come up in here. Blend this up a little more. Boom. I could work with that. Oh, that's looking pretty solid. Better hydrate. So I think that looks pretty good so far. So we're gonna go with that. If you guys have questions, throw them in the comments. Ah, 6800 bitrate. It's like I was telling me to stream at 6800, which it's set to. But anyhow, checking these things back further. Okay, so there are some lines I'm gonna erase in this thing. As you can see, I have that one line right there, but I'm gonna come in and take out some of the other ones. So we're still doing our shadows. I think I'm gonna actually bring more light down in that section. So we're just gonna keep like hitting this ring part of it. There goes Snapchat. Should probably put my phone on silent. There we go. So we're gonna come around. Gonna bring this around here. And just keep bringing it around. And keep bringing this edge around. We're just going to keep dragging this top part down a little further this way, because I don't think there's going to be quite as much that hits this in terms of like the darker shadow. I might even add like a couple lens flares in here, kind of give it a little more shine off of those ends. But yeah, we're definitely going to keep hitting this a little lighter. I don't want this too far back now because we're starting to reach out on. I'm going to actually bring this really far back. I think it looks good where it was right there. I think what I need to do is just slowly taper this off. This might be pretty good, actually. I think I'm liking this so far. I think what I need to do is just go in here right now and start kind of taking little points out. Doesn't look bad. It looks pretty solid. So we're getting somewhere pretty cool with that. So we'll go with that for now. And I'm gonna have to take these and kind of add a little more depth like that one. Not all of them, but some of them. So I need to find this ink layer again, right? It should be this one. Yes. Okay. So I need to take this ink layer. I need to grab my eraser tool. I should be set. We're going to go right here. Lower this way down. And I still need to shave off like like erase off some of these edges off of the ink layer. It should be all those, yeah. So I want to take this edge and just bleed it off basically, because the light is hitting it here. So even that light is hitting this point right here. So we're just going to keep slowly going until I really hit a good point in which I can say, yeah, that's about right. And see, that's starting to look good because it's getting that nice highlighted end off there. Whoop. So I think this is starting to really help add to that right there. Let's just kind of blend those back. Okay, we're gonna do it here. Just gotta keep. I'm gonna try the round brush by itself and see if this is too much. I think this will actually work better because it gets me to a point I need to be a little faster. And I think I'm getting there. Yeah, this is starting to look really good. I think also I need to come in here and kind of give it its own like highlights. So this is actually still going to be on that hue and saturation layer, and I need to decrease this probably like 15. Maybe come in, darken this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. See how it's starting to look there? And it's really coming together to give it that more form factor. So this, I think, is going to work. And I do want to just kind of hit it very lightly. Kind of blend it off here. Boom. Looking good. Alright, so just hit it off again. So now let's go back to the other one. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to come off in here. We're just going to hit that light source. Bring this back. Come in. Hit it right here. Bring it back. And just come back, hit that edge again. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Starting to get those to look more uniform. Everything's kind of tying itself together a little bit better. That's looking better. Okay. Go check all my chat stuff here. Okay. So we're going to do it on this one. So we need to come in. We need to keep our black so we can remove anything dark. Come back with our white and add anything back that is dark. Okay, got that. here. Whoop. Do it here. We'll just get it right in here. Come back. Take some of it out. But I gotta also remove this line, so I gotta come up, back to the ink layer, back to my erase tool, and we gotta take this out right here. Just a little bit. We don't want to remove the whole thing. We just want to kind of get it blended in a little bit. See, kind of like that. That's kind of what we want. Let's save our work because we don't want to lose that. So basically we have what we're kind of looking for right there a little bit. Slowly getting there. My mouse is trapped under my keyboard. Okay. So we're starting to get what we want out of this right here. Looking better. Let's come back. Now I think I could probably take some of this down right here. Just keep bringing it back down. And this is just because my light source is hitting hard right here, so I want to see what happens. And that's pretty solid. Take this back. Boom. Looking pretty good. Dude, I'm starting like that. Alright, let's save that. So now, let's just keep coming in. Our hue and saturation layer. Remember that black removes the dark part on this hue and saturation layer that I'm using. Oh, that's an erase tool. That's not going to help me any. My bad, wrong one. This right here, we're going to have to remove this light area, or dark area, and put in light right there. See, so we got that. And I don't have to worry too much about removing this part, but I'm going to try it just to kind of see what works right here. So I'm going to go and I'm going to remove a little bit of this. And I think that actually works a little bit. So I'm going to stick with that. I think it looks pretty solid. So back here. Oh. Remember, gotta use our black to kind of remove the, and I'm on the eraser tool. So once again, that's not going to work. Alright, so here we go, right here. Take it down. Around. So I have this here. So what I'm going to do is I might even remove some of that. And when I get further down here, I'm not going to worry too much about removing those pieces because it is getting darker, so you're not going to lose as much line. So let's go back to the ink layer and we'll give it a shot. I think I'm going to lose a little bit of line right there, but not a ton. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to lose a little bit of this line right here. I'm going to just lighten it a little bit like that. And I think that might work. Yeah, so that because we're not hitting as much light off that. So now, when I'm getting further down here, what I'm actually going to do is use my black to give those little ends highlights, but I'm not really going to remove so much of that edge anymore. So we're going to do, once again, we're going to do a little bit of light off of these, because I just want them to poke up a little bit. And like I said, this is due to the fact how my light is hitting. So this one might pop up with just a hair. This one also is going to be a little more up. And this one. Okay. And you're going to get something that looks a little bit like this. And we're getting very close to getting this pretty solid. I mean, it looks very clean right there. I think this looks pretty good so far. So this is starting to look pretty solid. I might try something here. I need to go fix my bitrate, so I think I'm gonna redo this stream because my bitrate is really kind of screwing with the stream. Yeah, I gotta fix my bitrate. So I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna start this over and fix the bitrate. I don't know why it keeps saying that, but